Hey everyone, welcome to our band instructional videos. In this video, we're going to discuss getting the reed on the mouthpiece of your clarinet or saxophone. For this video, we will need our mouthpiece, our ligature, and of course, our reed. Let's begin by taking the reed out of the protective plastic casing. Don't throw away the casing. You are going to put the reed back in here when you're done playing. Place the reed in either a small glass of water or hold the reed in your mouth while we do the first step. You want the reed to be saturated by either water or your saliva. We don't want dry reeds. Don't forget, dry reeds make squeaks. While the reed is soaking, loosen the screws on your ligature and remove the ligature from the mouthpiece. Now, pick up your mouthpiece. For our purposes today, I am using a saxophone mouthpiece. However, this process is completely the same for clarinet mouthpieces. Place the flat side of the reed onto the flat side of the mouthpiece. This flat side of the mouthpiece is called the table. Before I do this, I do like to dry off the reed a little bit. I'm not really drying off the reed, I'm just brushing off any extra moisture that hasn't soaked into the wood yet. Once the reed is placed on the table of the mouthpiece, make sure the reed is nice and centered. You want the sides nice and lined up with the mouthpiece, and you want the tip of the reed nice and lined up with the top of the mouthpiece. As you adjust as a player, as you grow as a player, you may decide that you want to have the reed higher or lower, but right now at the beginning, start dead center and we can adjust from there. Right now, symmetry is your friend. Now, we're going to put the ligature back on the mouthpiece. The ligature's role is essentially to act as a belt for the mouthpiece, holding the reed in place. So, hold the reed in place with your thumb for now, and place the ligature over the mouthpiece. If the ligature doesn't fit, it might be upside down. It only fits one way. Make sure the screws are loose enough where you can get the ligature towards the bottom of the mouthpiece. I like to have my ligature relatively close to the bottom. This allows more of the reed to vibrate. Once your reed and ligature are in place, and don't forget, if your reed moved at all, just put it back into place. Symmetry is our friend. Tighten the ligature screws so they hold the reed in place. You should have the bottommost screw as tight as you can get it, and the upper screw almost as tight as you can get it. Some little things to remember. Not every ligature is the same. In fact, not every mouthpiece is the same. Some ligatures have 2 screws, some have 1 screw, some don't have screws. Some ligatures are meant to have the screws on the same side as the reed. Some ligatures are meant to have their screws on top of the mouthpiece. If you're not sure which way your ligature goes, please talk to your band director. They always know best. And that's all for today, folks. That's how you place your reed on your mouthpiece. Don't forget the 3 main parts here: the mouthpiece, the ligature, and the reed. Symmetry is your friend. Be careful not to break the reed. And as always, if you have any questions, always ask your band director. Now, go practice.